Hello, this is Paul O'Reilly. I've got some music on in the background. This is one of my instrumental albums called Accepting Insight, and this one is called Alien Blinkers. So if you want to know what the music is throughout the show. Oh, okay, intro first. This is actually an art video that I'm doing. I'm an artist and a musician, comedian, poetess, and author, audiobook author. I do a lot of creative stuff, and I've done art, studied art for 8.5 years, and practiced it as well. I've done music and comedy and everything as well. But this video is about expressing and detailing all the techniques I've learned over the years. So this art video that I'm doing now is going to be a drawing. I'm going to use soft pastels, graphite, and charcoal, and maybe a bit of burnt sienna pastel crayon as well. So this is the drawing I've picked out to do. It's one of my favorite actors. I've got a lot of favorite actors, but this one is like it should be fun. So oh god, I was thinking that's Mad Max, eh? I must be a bit overtired or something. The other night I stayed up for 35 hours. So today I had like 3 hours sleep last night, and then a little bit extra after that. And today I thought, hey, I'll be fine, you know, time to go shopping, good fun, you know, shopping, payday, it's, you know, good, it's gonna be fun. I was so dopey, eh? I think I deserved it. So, I don't think that is Mad Max, but it's definitely Mad Max to me. Yeah, so, yeah, unless he's got that blue war paint on, then you know it's not Mad Max, kind of. Anyway, so, to start with, yesterday's, I did a video, it went for nearly 2 hours, and I got into a whole lot of science, arty, experimental theory, philosophy, arty talk. So, this video, because I'm doing a drawing, but I'm not yet into it, I'm also going to do show and tell again. So, I was talking last night about all of the artworks that I'd done, and also why I liked mandaloric art forms. So I'm going to show some of my mandaloric art forms. So it's like a sequential video series, this one. I'm going to do a drawing a bit later on, and I'm also going to show some of the other artwork that I've done in the video presentation as well. So here we go. I love gemstones, and I love to make mandala type stuff, because you know gemstones, they radiate light and refract light differently in their crystalline matrix, so it's a very geometrical thing. So I like to make gemstone mandalas, and in this way it helps me think sciencey. It's like a meditative craft that you can do if you want to think deeply. It's very good. So these are some of the gemstone creation mandalas that I've done. This one, okay, this one is it's a paddle pop stick pyramid. Oh, yeah, it's actually designed as an incense holder. See the beads there? The big beads, they've got holes in, and you can stick the incense in there. So yeah, put that over here now. So that's one. I have a couple of them because I collect gemstones, and I've actually got lots of gemstones. Last night I was talking about how I used to make gemstone crystal balls. Hang on. Oh, okay, just turn that down. So this video talk, I thought I'd show some of those gemstone crystal balls that I made 2002, 2001. The partner I was with at the time, we invested in a crystal ball machine and backpacked 50-kilo rocks down the mountainside, and we collected like a ton of smoky quartz. And this is one of the creations. So they're just so beautiful. And this is another one. They're lovely. They're so symmetrical. It's so beautiful. They're just perfection. Yeah, it's amazing. So also I was hang on. Show this little one first. It's like this is a little copper ball I bought from eBay. It's very beautiful. So I like it so much. It's so tiny and so cute. But a little copper ball, God bless it. It's like it's beautiful. So I'll just put that there for now. This is another one I made. A few popped off, so I replaced it with other ones. It's got a black obsidian base there, a snowflake obsidian base, and this is a green slab I picked up from lapidary. See the green there? And then I made this little mandala train of moonstone, kyanite, and quartz. So that's a little, I call it my little goods computer. And this little copper ball. So cute. Have another look. It's right there. See, that's like a little artistic creation I've made that it has meaning for me as an artist, and I set it actually up on my computer desk, and it helps me think. It helps me think good things that I can get creative with. So it's so good. This is what I read online sometime. There was a man, was it Ray Brown? I'm not sure. I forgot his name. So but what he did was he had genius ideas to work with gemstones and pyramids and everything, and he had this genius idea. He built a 30-foot pyramid or something, you know, perfect dimensions to the pyramids at Giza, and he had this genius idea to put this now it was so high, the pyramid, and he put a string of wool from the tip of it all the way down. He had to, you know, spend years building it and build a staircase up it and everything. And this string of wool went from the tip of the pyramid all the way down to the base. And he went up the staircase and tied it up to the tip of the pyramid, walked down the staircase and went to secure it to the ground, because you know, it was the energetic frequency he was after, and he had this genius idea to use wool with it. And he went to grab the wool, and it gave him such an electric shock, it threw him back against the wall. And I thought, oh God, there's something special about wool, that's for sure. So me and my electrical science ideas went straight to the op shop, got a ball of wool. And this is what I came up with. It's a bit crooked because it's quite old now. I think that's like a quartz up there. Hang on, I'll show you. Hang on. It's quartz up there. It's got copper wire and beads. It's not perfect dimensions or anything, but yeah. That's pyramid, and it's got wool on it. The wool, apparently wool attracts and, maybe conducts or amplifies static electricity. or you know, not conducts, but maybe keeps it or something. So the pyramid shape and the crystals and the copper wire, it's like got okay, that's enough. It's got copper coil on it as well. So that's another little thinking piece I've got, a little art sculpture for entertaining me in the late hours. And oh yeah, last night also I talked about my Hebelstone sculptures, my Adam and Eve sculpture. Now this is my Adam. I'll have to, there we go. Just got a little table. I thought I'd do my presentation first. Okay, there we go. This is Adam. I'll focus in properly. Laid in bed. And this is Eve. I did these sculptures at TAFE, and I was very impressed with them. This was my first time using Hebelstone. I did them so. I did this one and I finished it so quickly. I had oh no, this one. Sorry. I had time to do 2, and the rest of the class was only just finishing the 1. So I got Adam and Eve. Okay, so yeah, let's do it. This is Adam. Yeah, that was my first that was my second Hebelstone sculpture. I got Eve first. So Eve came first, and then I decided, because I had enough time to do another one, that I would do Adam as well. That's my Eve. I did that back in maybe 2006, 2007. So let me easy here. Sit on the couch together, goodies. Yeah, so that's what that was. That is, yeah. So, all right. I also have show and tell with drawings. So here we go. We'll put my beautiful Mad Max. I'll call it Mad Max, even though it's not Mad Max movie. It's still Mad Max to me, so that's a good thing. Yeah, last night I was talking about a whole lot of geometrical geophysics and physics and electrical science with geometry and all those ideas that I come up with as an artist. So also this is the finished drawing from last night. Little house in the woods. And these are my oh, okay, let's go over here. They've got a bit of black on this one. So this one, they all have names. It's, oh, hang on. I'm not sure what the name of this one is, but it's one of them for me. Let's actually do this. Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's right. Is that worse or better? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. I can see the color better. So I'm not sure what that one is called. This one, however, is called, oh wait. Yeah, this one is called fluorite. I forgot which way it goes, but this is like your fluorite. Go this way. This way. It's like fluorite is a very deep thinking stone, so it's definitely gotta make you think. Definitely. This one is called the Bug King. I'm pretty sure. Is it? No, this one is called Family Tree. Oh, is it? I'm not sure. I have 2 that are pretty similar. Or does it go this way? Yeah, it might go that way. Yeah, that might be Family Tree. No, that's the Bug King. I think I've got them mixed up here. It looks more like the Bug King. Yeah, I think what I did was I named them after, like a couple of months after, because I forgot their name. This is another mandala one with a skull. It's meant to be a happy one. And also enlightening, so that's a good thing. This is my orbitalia that I was talking about. Yeah, it goes both ways actually. This way, might go on the top. So it's beautiful how the geometry and the color represents what it's called really. This one is called family units. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That other one must be in the Bug King. Not sure which way it goes. Can probably go anyway. So that's very good. I have a few more that are a bit later on, but I also picked out, I've got like hundreds of drawings, so I picked out some of my other favorites that were close to these ones as well. That I have, I've taken lots of photos of them and put them on websites, but I've got so many art pieces. I'm just happy to have show and tell to show them off. This one's quite beautiful. I love the contrast. It's quite beautiful. This is my rainbow warrior. I when I was first learning anatomy, I did a whole lot of study on bodybuilders because I was having I didn't have a computer at that time. I was a bit computer illiterate at that time. But oh yeah. What I found that was a very cheap alternative, because say you've already got the 20 nude model pictures out of the library that you could possibly find. And then the magazines, because you're a poor artist, the magazines cost like $20 a piece, or whatever, and you can't afford a professional life model or anything. The best thing I did was ever was draw a whole lot of bodybuilders. God, I must have drawn at least 50, 100 pictures, paintings, crayons, pastels, acrylic paints. I think I did some oil paintings, and big ones, really big ones like this, and little ones, and just to study anatomy, I would like blend the colors and draw all the bodybuilders, and they get better with age. That's how I see it. So this is one of my bodybuilders. Trying to capture that spirit of strength. It was such an achievement for me to think about. So yeah, that was one of the best inspirations for learning anatomy for me. This one is called Typhoon. This one, it's actually a pun name. It's called Donator. January 08 I did this one. So yeah, whatever. this one is called, oh no, oh sorry, that's not Tornado. Which one is this one? Oh, okay. Sorry, I'll show the Tornado one first. I don't want to upset anyone. It's still done in January 08. This is Tornado. Or does it go this way? That's that one. I'm just giving you a bit of time so you can kind of get the concept of geometry and color. It's quite nice. This one is actually called the Fat Lady. So it's like a, yeah, this one is called Moonshine. Or does it go this way? It must go that way. Or does it go this way? Might go that way. This one. This is an interesting one. This is called the Captain's Wife. Hang on, let's read it through. This one has to go that way. It goes this way. So, yeah. I love experimenting with theme, color, and geometry. And also using pencils, because pencils are very uniform. You can get variation with pressure and texture, but they're generally uniform. And yeah, it's good. I like it. This is called my Angel Mother, or is it the Angel? That might, I don't know. Very beautiful. This is called my Celtic Mother. This was actually a self-portrait. I thought the design was like fairies and pixies and fairy pixie angel wings, and I just wanted it to be so beautiful, as beautiful as it possibly could be, because I love fairies, I love angels, I love beauty that is associated to such mythological beings that are divine. So also I like when I was a kid I used to play fairies a lot. So as an artist, I experiment with the themes of me being the mythological creatures. It's like it's a bit daring, but I just love it. When I was a kid, I played fairies, so that's what I do. I love mythology. That's my fairy angel. It was a self-portrait, but I changed it a little bit so it was more surreally beautiful. This next one is actually a painting I did of a portrait of Mark Antony. Anthony. Oh gosh. Anyway, whatever. I had this idea to put feathers on his head because I thought it was like really excellent rock star. So that's what I did. That's actually the pose that was in the magazine too. So also because it's show and tell, I thought I'd show my goldfish, because if you're doing show and tell as a kid at school, it's like, should I take the goldfish? So So anyway, whatever. Here's my goldfish. Beautiful. That was done in May 2008. And I love goats. Goats. I love the horns. The horns in mythology are a representation of enlightenment, and you know that the horns, the ancient gods have horned helmets, and some of the gods have horns, and you know the horns represent the pointing up to the sky, the Lord, the grace of the enlightening feet of consciousness. So that's what horns represent. So I love goats. Goats, I think, are traditionally in mythology a symbol of Thor, the lightning god. So yeah, this is one of my goats. So yeah, that's good too. This was quite a piece I did as well. It's not, I like it. I think there's a story in mythology where someone was dancing and they danced so much their partner turned into the cape, and that's how they made the bullfight. I'm not sure. I have a lot of things I've read over the years, so maybe I just imagined it. Oh, I forgot to record it. Did I forget? Oh no. Okay. Okay, here we go. I love movies. I love movies that are mythological in origin. They they take my breath away. Definitely, I love love stories. I love the Twilight Saga. God bless it. I love I love the Count Dracula ones. The one with Winona Ryder, that was a good. Bram Stoker's Dracula, that was a good one. I love hero movies, like ancient stories of heroes, like yeah, I haven't seen many movies because I keep so busy, but the ones I see, like I saw Gladiator, and I've seen a few like ancient war scene movies and stuff, and mythological ones like Lord of the Rings, and all those type of my favorites. I've seen Narnia, and that was pretty good, and yeah, so I love movies. And I love Hollywood. I also love love stories, and stories that just make you cry. They're good too. I love Bruce Willis movies because they're like super excellent. And yeah, I love all the Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, all of them. If I forgot to name any, sorry. I love them all. I grew up watching them as a teenager, and that was like excellent fun. Yeah, because I lived in a country town where it was like too cold in winter to go outside, so all I did was me and my two other brothers and sister. We used to watch movies all the time because it was too cold to go outside. So we used to get out Bruce Lee movies and stuff. And when you actually did get outside, all you do is 12 sticks around the garden, pretending you're Bruce Lee. It was since I was 12, I did that till I was 16 or something. So it was like, what are we doing? Bruce Lee movies, Jackie Chan, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal. It was like, yeah, it was the best. It was incentive to train fire dancing for me as an adult as well. yeah. But I also love love stories and beautiful things like that. So here's actually another. It's got cobwebs on. Another. I have a few of these. I think I did it while I was doing craft because I love gemstones and they're just beautiful. This one's a pyramid with seashells. I think it's got little black sapphires. They're just like you buy like at the gem festival. Buy like a little test tube of black sapphires that are just those rice sapphires, but they're still sapphires, and I collect gemstones, so they're like $1 or something. And then it's seashells, carnelian, and a quartz point in the middle. So yeah. There's a lot of science on the internet about pyramid energy and all the technical details and the mathematics and geometry and astronomy involved in their precisions and relevance to many things and many theories and many experiments of pyramids. One experiment which comes to mind was a Russian experiment which I read, and what they actually did, they spun a pyramid at high speeds, and they got it to dematerialize through science. But they had lots of accidents with it, so what I did was I thought, oh god, energy science, dematerialization. So I took the fan blades off one of my fans, and I made a pyramid like this and attached it to the fan with gemstones on it. I think I used malachite and something else, whatever, I don't know. I hooked it to the fan and I thought, okay, because I write gemstone energy crystal books and stuff like that, I'm gonna say, okay, what's this doing to me? How can I manipulate this as a reference to physics of dematerializing something through matter? So I did it, pressed the fan blade and thought about it for a bit and came back to it for a few weeks and thought, it's very good. I can't remember if I did any other experiments or wrote anything down, but I like to test these things that I see online. So yeah, that was a Russian experiment. Yeah, they're big on pyramids in Russia. They have massive fiberglass pyramids. Another thing that comes to mind was they can because it gets very cold in Russia. They've got these massive pyramids, and people go in the pyramids for healing and get the energies and be peaceful and for healing and energetic balance and harmonization in the energy that the pyramid brings. So also another thing that was like, it's amazing. I've got no idea why or how it works. Because the pyramids are not heated or anything, they're just fiberglass, and we're in the middle of winter in Russia, it's going to get cold in the pyramid. So they had stored water bottles in the pyramid in Russia, and it's on a YouTube video, and he holds it up and it's like this, probably saying, I can't do the accent, but anyway, he's saying, this is iced water. It's obviously frozen solid, and then you do a sharp tap on the bottle because it's pyramid water. The water just goes and it's liquid. And just like that, one sharp tap, it's like liquid instantly. So there's definitely a certain energetic magic to pyramids which is provable by science but not understandable by science. So for my scientific reasoning, spinning one of these on a fan with fan speed, desk fan speed with gemstone on it, was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be a brain scientist soon. It was quite good. So yeah. I think I even stood in front of it, sat in front of it, and tried to feel the energies and stuff. It was very good. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop it, get my paper, and then get back to the video. Okay, because I love energy science so much, and I believe there's a capacity of healing in energy science and rejuvenation of the body in energy science in a harmonizing way, that if you heal the energy, the blueprints, the the DNA and the codes of physics of the structure, whether it's it is emotionally connected, but it's a meditative process of enlightenment, which you heal prayer, faith, and enlightenment. There is definitely a miracle value to life that says healing is also an energetic feed. Once you say your prayers and you get back to that faith grounded value, then your blueprints of your soul and your spirit and your being, they heal. And in this way you attract in your life to you what you need to heal in other terms of it as well. The herbs, the medicine, the holistic therapies, the road and the path, the journey to recovery, which is a blessing. The blessing of the journey is part of the understanding process of why you're sick, of the lesson of being sick, how this has affected you in your life, and the correct road to recovery is always, it begins with the self. There's actually nerve cells in the immune system, which means your thinking system is connected biologically to your immune system. This is one of the pointing connections to mind of matter with healing. If you think positive, pray positive, do positive, be positive, go for a walk down the ocean and take your shoes off, get your feet in the sand and breathe the fresh air, get a little bit of exercise and say some prayers. It's like you're creating a holistic environment for healing in yourself, and by healing yourself in the positive frame of mind of your nervous system, your immune system kicks in, and you find once you're in a good mood, you attract to a positive frame of mind where you attract the goodness to you, the healing journey where things come to you. It's like, hey, I've never read about that herb, but I've got this sickness, and that's for that. You attract these events to you where you can get on the right journey to heal your life and become healthy again and vital and all that. So this next little experiment I made, I very much like spirals, and the spiral mandalas that are very good. The fractals are very much spiral orientated, mini fractals, and the fractals get smaller and smaller and smaller, and they're like encoded to a time connection. If you've got 100 mini fractal relevations, mini fractals and fractals upon fractals upon fractals of relevated physics of geometry structure in the universe, that as you move your hand, there's like fractaline matter which is moving through time in a balanced energetic scape. Atoms in science, there is a theory and a philosophy about the energetic nature of the universe. So the symmetries and the spiral, which is the symbol of the spiral to me is a symbol of infinity. It can go to the smallest, go to the largest, and this is like a reasoning that there is the infinity of space in distance, but there is the infinity of space in a dimension which correlates to time. The mini fractals upon mini fractals upon mini fractals, and it's a holistic medicine to geometry in a, in a certain scope that you know, the DNA, the helix, the geometries of the body, the symmetries of axis and health, and the mandalic structures of the chakras, and you know, there's a lot of philosophy and wisdom in that traditional medicine, which is very holistic and balanced in many ways. Uh, there's a there's a lot of reason uh, for the many holistic medicines out there, the many medicines out there, every medicine, the you know, the doctor, the healer, the holistic duty of care, which insists that life is a blessed journey, and to heal is an innate capacity of the body, and it's a blessing and a gift of life to become healthy again, which is innate in the DNA structure of the cells. My theory of uh, healing is that most diseases are actually degenerative, which means they have, you know, symptom upon symptom upon symptom upon symptom, and they're all connected. But I have this theory that there's usually one primary cause, and then you get a kaleidoscope of uh, rolling symptoms, which cause a degenerative mass, which is a symptomatic degenerative disease category. And you have many categories of degenerative disease, but I like to stay like yeah, reasons for the degenerative symptomatic process, and try and pinpoint the cause with reasoning. So I don't know where this is going. That's a bit healing in medicine, but the spiral being you know, a symbol of infinity, and it has very it's like if you look at Celtic lines too much, you feel very peaceful and very in tune, and you don't know why, and you're a bit spaced out, but it's like the geometry of it itself is healing to um, many geometries of physics of your being, which science doesn't even know about. The geometry of structure of the atom is like, you know, a feat of an energetic brilliance in itself. So these geometries actually correlate to healing for me, because they have a very a spiritual and energetic connection to the body and to the system. So this next thing I made, I was getting sore feet, and I didn't know why. So um, I've done a bit of work with metal spirals and gemstones in the past. So being a symbol of infinity for me, and the metal being a conductive property of electricity, I use copper wire, which is a very excellent conductor of electricity and energy, and you know, the electricity is through the universe. So I was getting sore feet. I can't really explain it, but this is what I did, and it you know, it I used to put my feet on it just while I was watching telly or something, or working at my computer for about, you know, half an hour a day, and my feet fixed up. So this is what I made to fix my feet. I studied the acupressure points on a Chinese chart and tried to figure out what I realistically thought was the best points that for what I was doing. I can't really explain my experimental science brain, but this is my feet. These are my toes here, and the heels sit down here, and these are other structures. I did correlate it to oh, here we go. I did correlate it to did correlate it to the active pressure points, and also using the spirals, I figured it would affect the blueprints of the energy system in such a way that it would stimulate a regeneration of this blueprint, which connects to the DNA, the source. It's like having a collagen matrix, you know. You have a collagen matrix in your brain, and the rest of the brain cells grow from the collagen matrix. So if you feed the collagen matrix, you have greater brain capacity. So having this matrix philosophy, a matrix of the blueprint, healing that with the energetic form of the spirals, you know, correlates to the matrix of the cells, and healing the blueprints lets the energy of the cells flow nicely, and this is why I think it worked. Yeah, I also made up the herb formula a couple of years later when my feet got sore again, and I don't get sore feet anymore. And I'm 39. I think it was just a kind of aging thing that I was getting sore feet, but I don't get sore feet anymore, and that's one of the reasons why. I think actually also I've used it a few times in the past, and I find that when I use it, I always want to go walking. It's like it's stimulating the consciousness of my foot to say, hey, do use me, you know, I'm a foot. It's my duty as a foot. The consciousness of the foot is saying, I have this duty as a foot to go walking. So I have noticed, I have used it a few times, and every time I do use it, I'll use it for, you know, a few days at a time or something every year or so. Every time I use it, I want to go walking all the time, so that's a little exercise bonus. Also, while I was at TAFE, I made a couple of masks. I probably made them 2005 or something. They're called the Young and the Old. I really like them. This one is the young. Oh, this one is the young. And this one is the old. Something else I love doing. Oh, just a minute. I once made a saber-toothed panther mask, but it got moldy, so it got destroyed. But it was so beautiful. It's just made out of paper mache, and I just love it. I have this passionate love for creative expression, which I learned when I was like 19 or 20 down at Lismore. Bit of a wayward youth at university, going to art school for 6 months only before I moved to Cairns. But when I was down there, in the beauty of it, I used to hitchhike to the coast with my fire sticks, because I learned how to do fire dancing, and you know, the things you do when you're young, it's all exciting, kind of. But anyway, I used to hitchhike to the coast because, you know, I didn't have a car or a push bike. So and there was always people in Byron Bay down there doing fire dancing, and this was like 1995 or something, 1995, and it was like, oh, the most amazing time. The first time I ever had fire spinning at high speed around my head, I was blown away. It was the most majestic thing, having the circles, the flame, the spinning, the light. It was beautiful. I was addicted the very first time I did fire dancing, and I've done it for 20 years now. I'm 39 years old now. It's one of the most therapeutic and beautiful meditative processes that I ever do. I love martial arts, and I love martial arts movies, but I'm non-violent. I must say, I don't think, I have a hard time hitting a boxing bag. I, I'm too nerdy to be that social to get in a fight. To spar even, I don't know. But anyway, I do, I do study and practice martial arts kicks, but that's only so I can put it in the dance, in fire dance. So I found that over the years of training martial arts, I you snap into this consciousness of a beautiful flow, which is most essential for the flow of the dance of the body to ignite in a dynamic expression, which is it's something beyond. It's like you see those Chinese masters and they're dancing like the cranes, and they've just got the something magic which is beyond us. It's like a meditative feat of mythological proportions, just in the expression of the dance, which is quite something beyond us anyway. So I've done a lot of martial arts kicks at the gym, but that's why, because I can put it in my fire dancing. So yeah, this is something I've been working at for 20 years. So I love it. I love it. I'm getting better. I'm always getting better, always getting stronger, more flexible, more accurate with my exercise. So this is a very good thing. I couldn't run up mountains 20 years ago, but now I could. I could go out dancing for like 6 to 8 hours a night and take spirulina and drink water all night. But I didn't have the capacity to run up a mountain. I could do the splits back then, but I couldn't do it both ways. So there's a difference in potential of growing older. There's a strength, a flexibility, a energetic enthusiasm to stamina and endurance as you age. So yeah, this is one of my inspirations for studying health food, which has developed into a passion for medicine, and just in the last couple of years. Oh yeah, I missed it again. Yeah, studying medicine was I studied health food first, so I could get my exercise capacity happening, because I love dancing, and I love to keep fit, because you can feel the beauty of energy. You learn a lot by your I don't know. I love exercise. It makes me feel good. So yeah, I would never get in a fight, but I do know how to do vertical kicks and stuff like that. So that's all good. Yeah, I have to do this drawing now. I did have something to say, but I totally forgot. Okay, that's alright. Yeah, the yeah, I missed it. If I haven't got something to say, I won't say it. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, so I have my little bench set up here. Another thing I love in movies is sword fights. Yeah, and traditional. Just showing you my art tools I've got here, some charcoals and graphites, and down here that beautiful picture. So yeah, I love sword fights and martial arts and nunchuckers, and I sometimes call them numchuckers, but that's like donk on the head for numb. It's accidental. So yeah, I've found that doing stick twirling, stick dance. Uh, um, it develops as you learn stick dance. You know, you start out and it's like I can spin this way and this way and this way and this way, and you start out hard and fast, and you think it's the greatest. It's such a blessing. You think it's the greatest, the greatest, the greatest, and then after 10 years you're like, oh god, that was so good. uh, but after 10 years of that beautiful meditative therapy of uh, experiencing the dance, it's you kind of, oh, that's what I was thinking. I like to stay up. I like to take herbs and health food and balance my body so I don't need that much sleep. I usually, when I'm in a good routine, I can get away with a couple of hours sleep a night, and sometimes stay up over the 24-hour limit too. So this is another thing I work on with biology and health food science and stuff, medicine. But the point is that when I'm overtired, especially over the 24-hour limit, oh god, if you get your sticks out when you're over the 24-hour limit, it's like you're in the dreaming type consciousness of it's a dynamic and beautiful flow, which is so beautiful. You just accidentally snap into a, oh my god, I made up a new move. So you can repeat that a few times and learn it, and you kind of find that flow in the overtired waking hours of the dance, which is just, it's beautiful and dreamlike, and you kind of can understand in this way by experiencing it just how beautiful those Tai Chi masters are who display every day in their, you know, in their parks in China, and where martial arts is a very well-renowned, traditional, and you know, much a traditional religion to their race as it is. And these masters of martial arts display their beauty and their flow every day, and the blessing of Tai Chi and other martial arts as well. So in this way, finding that overtired flow, you can kind of understand how and why Tibetan monks would stay up. That, you know, some Tibetan monks, they put themselves through enduring feats of consciousness, staying awake for long periods and meditating in the snow. And you know, it's addictive to do fire dancing, to find that flow, and you know, to it's a natural way of life. Those arts, martial arts, and meditative arts, and it's very therapeutic and holistic for a vital and healthy lifestyle in many ways, which is a tradition in their culture. So it's just very much a blessing in my life that I know such things, and have experienced them. It's very beautiful for me, and it's influenced my life in a very positive way. So I'm just gonna do this drawing now. I might actually turn it down a bit. Yeah, yeah. I love sword fights on the movies, and this has been like invaluable incentive for me to you know, learn just how, you know, esteemed, let alone how powerful the 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 personal, physical, mental, social gain that can be achieved with discipline in life, and the traditional practice of such relevance and rules that regulate such things. It's been invaluable for me to to experience such things as, you know, overtired dancing with uh, you know, training sticks, wooden sticks I use. And in this way, I truly have learned to emphasize the need for discipline in my life and the need for a regimented exercise routine to maintain my health and maintain my integrity and achieve goals. Last night I was talking on my video. I was talking about uh, a um, brain diary. I was working on brain mapping diary, and I find that having a proper exercise routine in my life has really, it's kept me young, but it's also, you know, if you just say this for instance, if you have a balanced budget where you have, you know, a proper diet and you stick to that balanced budget diet, and that's what you do, you know, as a cyclic balanced fortnightly diet. This balances your budget, keeps you healthy. Keeping you healthy keeps you happy, and being happy keeps you working to proper standards with, because you're healthy. So just, you know, the point of having a balanced budget with, you know, food budget that is it's imperative for health and goals in life. And in many ways, having a disciplined structure and exercise is very vital. Also, I found that uh, there's there's such a thing as right brain, left brain influence. The right brain integrity complexes in the right brain is it's creative, and it actually moves the left side of the body. But the right brain, being creative, um, has, you know, emotive qualities. You know, all the different sections of the brain are that are right brain are those emotive, creative, uh, yin type influences in life. Uh, that spectrum of effect in life, and the left brain, which is logical and functionary and disciplined, and, you know, all those logical type. I think it's coordination, motor coordination. So having a good balance of exercise keeps your left brain happy. Having a good balance of creative talent keeps you keeps your right brain happy. So by having a balance of actual uh, habits in your lifestyle, you're balancing the energies and the use of your brain. The brain is a neoplastic organ. Uh, Neoplastic organ means that it, if you use it, it grows that potential. If you learn something new, it grows. So if you're always learning new things, you're always growing brain potential, new brain cells that, you know, keep your brain young. If you stop using your brain, you know, your brain doesn't function as well. And yeah, but if you're always using it, you're always growing it. It's always growing in capacity. So in this way, to have the balance of creative aspects of your life, like art, music, drawing, you know, all the creative aspects, emotive aspects, meditation, uh, balanced with a left brain logical habit of lifestyle, exercise, study. There's many topics of the left brain. Um, to have these habits of your lifestyle in balance on a brain standard, it really increases your potential of a holistic balance in life, which is grows capacity, grows potential, grows goals, grows health, grows good habits. It really increases your capacity to live a life that you have a lot more control over. Yeah, so I love fire dancing very much. Um, yeah. I don't know if you can see this. I'm just getting the outline of the shapes right first. Uh, yeah, to get the details accurate is very essential. If you do a wrong line, it puts the rest of the drawing off. So you have to like gradually work your way around the drawing to configure accurately. And you know, it's good to use graphite because you can start out with a really light line, and then as you get more in depth into the sight recognition of the shapes which make up the drawing, you can really detail accurately how to get the proper recognition of what you're trying to achieve in the drawing. In this way, it looks actually more like what the picture looks like, but it just takes a bit to get those shapes right to begin with. Large, it's like a stockade thingy. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Yeah. The more you actually look at it, the more recognition you get of what you're actually drawing. Uh, yeah, you don't always see the small details. You don't always see all the details, obviously. But the more you configure the shapes and lines of the drawing, um, the more detail you can convey in your message of the artwork. Okay. Alrighty, that's a bit better. Oh, this is how it's looking. Oh. Oh. I don't know. Oh, that's what's wrong. It's just yeah. It's not wrong. It's right. It's just better. I might like to add a little darker. Oh, hang on. Have some compressed. It's like a high grade charcoal compressed stick. So it's not actually charcoal. It's kind of bit different. It's charcoal, but it's a bit different. It's a lot darker. Oh no. Oh, here, this one. I like to kind of grade my tones and contrasts so that you accurately have that theme. I find that the grades of tones of contrast that make up the elements and shapes and lines have a very thematic effect. It's like using video editing software. If you have different contrast resolutions, like dark and light, you get a very thematic capacity to the artwork. So it's time to switch to something a little darker, definitely. So also, I sound like a bit of a ninja, but I'm honestly not a ninja. I think it's gonna take me another 50 years before I can say, hey, I'm a bit of a ninja. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I have this this brother. He's not a brother-in-law, but he's like the uncle of my kids. So I have two kids, 16 and 13, sorry. And they're little angels most of the time, but they're still little angels no matter what. So this is good. And or big angels now. Sammy's 6'2", which is tall. But his uncle Scott actually showed me back in 2003 or something. I was doing yoga, showing him some yoga poses, and he showed me a maneuver that you need, which is an extensionary squat pose to do a ninjutsu kick, where they go from a squat to a flying kick. You know, it's like they're squatting, and then their foot's up here because they've done a squat kick. You know, I don't know what it's called, but he showed me that, and I was very impressed. And I thought, gee, that is very impressive. So since then I've thought, okay, it's possible for someone else to do it. I'm not gonna give up yet. So I've been doing 18 years of this. One day I'm gonna be able to do this bloody squat kick. I still haven't got there. I can go from the squat to the rise. And that's 18 years effort. So yeah, I've also learned to do bird hops with, well, it's what I call bird hops. It's like you're squatting, but you do a jump in your squat, and you can do about 30 bird hops, squat jumps they're called. You don't rise up, you just stay in the squat and do hops. So that's what I got from learning the ninja kick. But you know, saying it might take me 50 years to be a ninja, it's like that's like contemplating a good going theory. If I want to be a ninja and say it's gonna take me 50 years, I'm just being hopeful and nice to you. I give you a bit of hope there. Yeah, I've never studied martial arts, and I never want to get in a fight because I'm non-violent. I have the confidence that you know, if I ever did get in a fight, I would not die, that's enough confidence that I need. I have enough confidence that I'm a good enough judge of the situation. Because, you know, I take my dog for runs around the block at night. It's like a beautiful therapy that I use in my brain mapping journal techniques. I find if I'm nearly falling asleep, it's like, oh, I don't want to go to sleep. It's like, stay up. You know, if I'm not getting a comedy album or something, then what I do is just go for a 2 to 5k jog around the block with my dog, you know, between 11 and 5 in the morning, or whatever time I want to go for a jog around the block at night. And it's like this beautiful fresh air and the night sky, and jog around the block, and my dog's happy as. And this is like a beautiful technique to stay awake. So I've been calling this my ninja run. I'm just being hopeful, but yeah, one day. I never want to get in a fight, but I'm confident enough that I can kind of say, I'm not that sorry, Betty. I say, look, don't, because I've got a comedy album that's I accidentally pay out baddies if I, you know, I've had a couple of stalkers in the past and a couple of incidences, but nothing to worry about too much. But I accidentally get comedy albums, like, instead of sitting there and, you know, the psychological tendency of after getting, you know, there was a group of about 6 or 8, you know, teenagers, and I'd just been on a workout down the Esplanade gym, and I was speed riding. I was so happy high on guarana spirulina. I was speed riding home. I was like just done the biggest workout. It was like 8 o'clock at night or something, because I stayed extra to do a big workout. And I was speed riding. I was so high and full of energy. And this one teenager had a stick in his hand, and he yelled out, "There she fucking is!" Hey, it was 50 meters across the road, and I was like, what the, you know? And he ran across the road at me, and I was lucky I was speed riding, because he yells out this raw with this big fucking stick in his hand. I'm like, fuck off. Just keep on riding. So, to get over that, I figure, you know, you can let yourself get psychologically upset by such things, or just accept that it's a little lesson in life that you need to make you stronger. So, you know, try and learn from it, and to get over that psychological aspect that says, oh, big shock to the peace, love, and mung bean system there, you know, well, what I do is I accidentally make up comedy albums. Like, I figure you can either go fear, adrenaline and fear, and upset, emotion, you know, hormones, why, mental discrepancy of logic and theory, like, you know, what's this all about? It's like, there's a whole lot of psychological aspects that happen once you're a bit traumatized, which, you know, was a lot of trauma for me. I'm a peace, love, and mung bean type of person. So instead of going through that process, I try and laugh it off and get a comedy album. And so I have a few comedy albums like this now. So I have the mental scape that I will get out of trouble if I have to. And I'm not a little snapper. I've got big tough King Kong toughies. So yeah, being prepared for a situation is it's you know, what was the topic? Oh yeah, the topic was sorry, a joke I thought of. The joke was because I'm not a ninja, but you know, I know how to do sidekicks, and if I was trained professionally in martial arts, and a big tough baddie came up to me while I was running around the block going, I'm gonna beat you in the head, Don Don, you know, because I put on this stupid little comedy accent and stuff. Big tough baddies, you know, baddie, Don Don, gonna beat you up, Don Don. And you know, I'm on my comedy album, I'm Spaffy the Duck the Ninja wannabe, and by law in Australia, if you're actually trained in martial arts, you actually have to say 3 times and warn them that I can kick you in the head and knock you down, or you know, you say I'm black belt in martial arts, this and that, you don't want that, or whatever. By law, you have to say. And so my comedy character says something. I'm a ninja. Do you want me to kick you in the head, dum dum? I wanna. Oh yeah. I wanna be a ninja. I can't remember the words, but it was so funny. It's like yeah. It was funny. If you don't believe me, what's the comedy album called? Ninja Dinja. Ninja Dinja. Yeah, I've actually got quite a few baddie ones because I've had stalkers in the past, and you know, a few incidences, or I can't think. I don't want to think about it. But every time something happens to me, some guy followed me home, I get another comedy album just to get over it mentally, and you know, be happy and laugh it off properly, and then get back to it later with a bit of rational thinking. And I find this, you know, kind of helps me focus more on, you know, a proper method of understanding discipline in life. And in this way, you know, you can kind of learn by lessons in life, and deal with it properly if you ever have to. It's like you've grown stronger by it. So yeah, it's actually a blessing in disguise, a little thing that makes you stronger. Yeah. One Christmas, I think he might have been drunk. He was either drunk or whatever. It was a big tough Biff had. He's moved out now, but he was pumping weights with his 10 friends, you know, really adrenaline hyped, pumping weights, and I was walking around the block. No, I didn't have a dog at that time, but I was walking around the block 10 o'clock at night, you know, getting some exercise, and he dropped his weights as I walked past, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna yell at me. So I was like, Christmas, and he fucking yelled at me. He's like, hey you, you're the fucking police, are you? And I'm like, oh fuck off, Crimson, you know, saying this, you know, and that. I'm like, no, I'm just going for a walk, you know, giving up smoking, getting some fresh air and stuff. And he yelled, and his 10 friends are standing around, you know, kind of egging him on a bit, like, you know, whatever. But yeah, it didn't turn out to be anything, but just the little things, you know, that happen like that. You get a big fucking comedy album out of it. It's like, Happy Christmas, fuckhead. And yeah, I mean, it's a big world out there, and you know, it's best to stay alive, that's for sure. But I don't really like to talk about such things like that. I prefer just the comedy aspect of it. Yeah, I think what that album was called Psycho Bullfed and Psycho Bullfed series. And I think I can't remember, whatever. But yeah, I have self-defense confidence about me that I can deal with situations, which is confidence in life is it's a good thing for attaining goals and for moving forward in life and developing in many ways by life on your journey life. Um, so yeah, another way of attaining goals and attaining the mental capacity to attain goals is overtime training. I once, just recently actually, I stayed up, I'd been up 27 hours and I'm like, I'm not tired. What am I thinking? I'm not going to sleepy. Yeah, I was like, what am I going to do then? So I thought, alright, should I do it? So I, um, I went for a run up the mountain at 27 hours overtired and got back at 39 hours. Lots of exercise and running, and it was just a beautiful experience for me to understand confidence and uh, the the capacity of the mind to block off the feet, just because you're used to the habit of regimenting your 24 hours. I'm tired, go to bed. That's all you know. You don't have the confidence to say, oh, let's go for a run up the mountain, because you know you haven't pushed yourself to that level. So learning of running up the mountain at 27 hours overtime, it it not only, you know, I made up a video about it called endurance training, and it was a really big learning curve to me as a mental confidence builder. uh, I've never I have actually done it before. Once I stayed up and uh, my ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend and a couple of their friends came around, because he's actually a musician, and he was making a dance video, a music video for his music, and so he came around because you know, he knows I do fire dancing. Came around at 12 o'clock at night, and I'd already been up for at least 24 hours by then, and said, hey, do you still want to do that fire dance video for me? I'm like, 24 hours. So I'd been up 24 hours already, and ended up going to a few different locations in, you know, bushwalking tracks that, because they had torches and everything, and doing fire dance, because I was using fire at that time, while he was video cameraing it. It was like beautiful bush setting near the creek and up top of the mountain, trudging up the mountain at God knows whatever, how many hours I'd been up or whatever. But just little feats that if you have never done it before, you kind of got this mental block that doesn't allow you to think that that's, you know, potentially, you grow a mindset that blocks off such things as that. So yeah, a good way to get over those type of mental blocks is to actually get your healthy lifestyle, your health food, your study, your disciplinary habits. If you get all these things in order, you start to learn about how to live life that you can achieve goals by. If you get your health in order, you can through study and understanding how food associates in your body, you can truly understand there is a great potential to it. That takes me on to another topic that this topic I've been studying for 3 years, and I still have another 5 years to study it fully at least. Uh, it's actually called my this is actually my longevity diet. I've called it my diet of prime diet. Because I like to study biology, Wikipedia science, anything on Wikipedia that's science, I love it. Love Wikipedia. Google health food websites. I've studied health food for 20 years, so that's good. But this diet of prime diet is it's my longevity diet, and it's based on a cyclic fortnightly cycle with 3 stages of eating and exercise, and in this way it encourages the cells to grow, to get stronger, and then in the fast stage they shrink. And it in the cyclic manner of the diet, it encourages rejuvenation of the cells on a fortnight by fortnight by fortnight by fortnight. In this way, by encouraging the cells to rejuvenate, grow in strength, and then fast, which is a detox, which refines the system. By refining the system of the body, you are helping it to run it's like unclogging the oil tank, if that's something that happens with cars, kind of thing. You detox and fast and get thin again. So the 3 stages of the diet, I can't go into it because it's like 3 years study for me. I have 2 whiteboards there, and on the whiteboards there's it took me half an hour, 45 minutes to write out my 3 years study mode. 3 years of study effort culmination in my brain that's been building up, and I couldn't even say that in a couple of hours. It's pretty in depth. So I'm working on this diet. I've got herb tonics that correlate to all the different stages of the diet, and different herb tonics for different effects in your body. Sometimes for your brain, sometimes for your exercise capacity, and yeah, I can't say it all in one go, but this is my diet of prime diet. And by science standards, I think it's has a lot of potential for increasing longevity and fitness and attaining goals. And I like to be upfront about such issues because the system as it is, it's very like the system of society is very dignant and upfront in many things. The law, the governments, the schools, the rules, the left brain logic of the system it's a very dignant feat. So I think it's wise to be upfront in life, and to understand a philosophy with my longevity diet, for me to understand all angles and tangents and variables on it, it's going to take me another 3 years, 3 to 5 years of study, just so I can, link the concepts in my brain. And that's after, 20 years of health food study and everything else I've done. So it's a very in-depth and ongoing project for me to work on my diagram. It's actually based. I can't go into it because it's too complex, too many tangents and angles and variables and its early stages. One day I'm gonna write a book on it and have it, 5 years of study to understand. Okay, I've got on my hard drive. I've got a lot of dialogue notes that I take of little ideas and study things I learn and things I learn while studying, which makes me think of other ideas and other study concepts. And so I'm always learning, and I have a voice recorder that I take dialogue notes with, and I've actually got just in the last probably 5 years since I've been taking dialogue notes, I've got like 22 gig of dialogue notes. So a lot of that is not in my conscious recognition memory. A lot of that is just something I'm glad is on the hard drive. Because in this way, because there are so many angles and tangents in my diagram diet, for 20 years of health food study, and it's such a complex and can a diet make me live forever if it rejuvenates my cells and keeps me healthy and attaining positive goals? It's like, it's a big thing, I want to write a proper book on it. I'm not claiming I can live forever. I'm just claiming that I think it's possible to stay healthy to a very old age, and if I can stay healthy for another 50 years and keep up my study habits, I've got a lot greater capacity to understand that which I need to. So it's valuable to consider longevity as a for longevity, to understand the complex system of the body, and this takes 50 years in itself, really. To understand a complex system of food that interacts with the body, it takes 50 years. It's like the more you learn, the more you understand that, oh my god, there's a lot to learn. So in this way, you say your prayers, and what happens is you find that you attract that which you need, and it's like 2 and 2, and right in front of your face. It makes sense. It's like, oh my god, I learned this like 10 years ago, and just now I've learned this, and now this makes sense to me. I'm going to study this, this, and this, and this. It's like your journey factor life is influencing your capacity to understand, to study, to learn, and to grow. And in this journey factor life of attractor privilege, it's like, this diet diet is nearly a religion to me. It's that complex. I'm not saying it's religious, because religious is a highly esteemed and respected cultural tradition, but it's so complex that there's it's like attractor I can't explain it. It's my longevity diet, and I'm gonna need at least 3 to 5 years to understand myself the um, the necessary angles and tangents that I need, just that are developing from what I've already got today. So that's my Diet-a-Prime diet. It's actually based on how the animals in the wild eat. The first reason I came up with it was my cat, Fairy Skittles. He was getting fussy. I thought, Fairy, I'm not gonna bring up a big fussy cat who whinges at me for too much food all the time. So I came up with the idea that, you know, animals in the wild, they sometimes gorge, they sometimes fast, and they sometimes eat just a normal little amount. So, you know, a fast can be like, oh, I didn't catch any food for days, dum-dum. You know, a gorge can be a lion eating half a zebra and sleeping for 5 days, you know. So I figured, you know, it's a very healthy procedure to understand that these categories of human nature. Sometimes you gotta have a gorge. Sometimes you gotta have a fast. You know, don't feel like eating. Sometimes you just eat normally. It's very valuable to understand the potential of this as a number one, to understand your eating habits and to embrace them as a tool for health and goal attaining, and two, to understand that by health you can attain goals. So it's very much a longevity diet that insists that you know, to have balance you need a lot of variables and principles and good attitudes, good holistic, healthful habits. You know, you need to study, you need to say prayers, you need to keep a positive focus, you need to exercise, you need to do things in your life which are good for you. You need to know that it's healthy to be creative. You need to know that there are many aspects to human nature, not only in eating, that attract you know, not only a happy feeling to you, but the happy feeling, you know, if you're feeling depressed all the time, you don't feel like studying. But if you're feeling happy and awake and alert, and that you'll study more, you'll learn more, you'll have a better business, you'll be more productive, you'll yeah, there's many aspects to the productive, auspicious lifestyle, which is possible. It's good to be upfront about this, but I can't explain it all in a nutshell. That's for sure. Um, yeah, because yeah, it's very complex. The more I find out an idea, it's like if I learn something on Wikipedia or Google, and then I correlate that new, you know, it might be a protein pathway in the biological functions of telomere rejuvenation, whatever, and then I correlate it to other things I know in biology. I'm like, oh my god, you get like this semi-hazy picture of the scope of geniosity beyond us, which is the human body and the temple of our being. It's like yeah, it's a religion in itself to me, a life religion. So that's what my Diet-a-Prime is about. It's a longevity diet, but when I present it as a book, I want to have all angles covered. And that's at least gonna take 5 more years. And probably a whole year to write the book as well. it'd probably take 5 years of extra study to get basically every angle I need on it covered. There's like 50 angles now on it, 50 tangents that I need to study from. Okay, I can't go there because it's so complex it hurts my brain to think about it. Say there's 50 angles, tangents that I need to study to finalize my draft before I publish my book. That's 50 angles, and if I study those angles, I'll get more variables on the angles. So if I take 5 years to publish a draft to finalize a draft of a book, reread the book, that's another 6 months, and re-edit the draft, yeah, that's like 6 months, and then after that, you have to organize it in a format that, okay, this makes sense to me, how is this gonna present to the rest of the world? So that's another year's work, and then yeah, to get this book out there, it's it's at least 5 years for me. So that's my little project I'm working on. Yeah, I've actually made some diagram videos. I'm not publishing them on YouTube or anything, because it's like early stages. It's like my secret. You don't wanna. I don't want to publish anything that doesn't make sense as a whole. So that's why I can't explain it fully. Once it makes sense, I will publish my videos, but not until it's presented properly. So yeah. There's a lot of social issues about longevity as well. It's not just a prospect of, is this possible scientifically? It's a prospect of overpopulation. It's a prospect of there's a lot of good points to having a holistically balanced life in many ways for all humans, but to present it properly, one needs a political perspective on it as well, and in this way it can correlate properly to many things. Yeah, so I love to study. That's for sure. If I present this diet properly, which is a lot of study, then it's going to read correctly in this way. There's a great capacity to influence many aspects in society that for the better. So it's not just a political emphasis which I'm talking about. It's a personal and systematic social perspective which needs addressing as well. Many variables. It's like say I made up a longevity. This is a hypothetical situation. Say I made up a longevity diet we hit the interstellar space age and all humans live forever because we got our act together and all that. And it's a peaceful, balanced world. Yeah, there's a lot of social issues in that regarding that. There's a lot of issues in social values which you know need addressing before aliens say, okay, you can live on other planets, you can't, you know. Yeah, the way I see it is like to get to that standard of having a technologically balanced age with a live forever capacity, we really have to pick our act up on the personal, in your face perspective. It's like no, it's a moral issue as well as a relevantly political and logical issue. So there's a lot of study I have to do for this diagram, but it's definitely well worth the effort, let's say. I'll just blame it on alien conspiracy theories. But yeah. Lucky I'm a comedian because at least the alien conspiracy theories are funny. Whatever. The best selling point of the diet is that it demands a holistic, it's so complex that it demands a holistic and therapeutically balanced essence in the nature of the being that caters for a good and human concept of moral, which breeds integrity in life. In order to understand the diet is a very complex issue in many ways, and in this way there's a lot of moral gain that can be earned from such a diet. So I have developed a longevity diet, but it's in some very early stages. And, it's good. I feel like I sound like Superwoman or something. Lucky I'm a comedian. So yeah, this picture is really coming along nicely now. It kind of looks like him. It's just kind of touching up a little bit properly, but not yet, not yet. It's like the last thing I want to do is you know, say you know, like when whatever, I'm sick of talking about it. Yeah, like yeah, also give me another 50 years of proof and before I start saying I think it's possible. People say you are the crazy artist, love. But nah, comedian someday. So yeah, another 5 years of study of I'll be able to say, oh, I think it's a bit more possible now, but not yet. Okay, this picture's really coming along nicely. I might put some dust storm in it. So yeah, study and lifestyle and habit and discipline. It's so important to me in many ways and for many reasons. I value it immensely. Um, yeah, one theory I've built to develop this diagram is a video series, and you know, it's so complex. I could make, you know, 21-hour video talks on it, and every time I go back and listen to the talks, I'll get another 50 ideas. So then I get another 20 video talks about it, just to document everything I think about it. So I started this. I've made one video already, just on the social and ethical, economical and political aspects of you know, such a thing. If you could say, okay, I've got the live forever button thing. There's a lot more to it. It's like, do I want the government to see the record papers upon my death? No. Yeah, yeah. Um, I've made one discussion video, and then I find that if you talk something out, it makes a lot more sense. And by making sense in a, you know, you can think, and you're just thinking. But if you talk something out and then listen to it again, you can think while you're listening to it, so you get a lot more. It's a valuable method of learning to be thinking something, not just thinking it, but understanding it, thinking variables on it. So in this way, I think it's invaluable for me to document my ideas on video, so that not only can I actually learn actually the variables of what I need to get me where I need to go in the learning script, but to understand that, you know, say you've got 100 books that you have to learn, and then you're trying to think about 100 books, and you get blocked up, because say you've read 100 books, and then you have to think about, you know, variations about these 100 books. You get blocked up because it's too much of a catalog to think about. But if you have to think about these 100 books that you've read, and then made like 50 video series up discussing them, and then took notes about while you were discussing the notes. It's like having a format of ideas that you can think about and watch on the video as you progress in the study. So this is what I'm doing as well, making video ideas to help me in the learning process of my longevity diet, which is valuable to me for my study efforts and for my learning. If I can't think properly, I'm definitely not going to be happy enough to say I've finished. It's a big thing for me. Yeah. Imagine if you did, introduce a longevity diet to the world, then just looking back at history, say you've got 100,000 friends who are all 100,000 years old, and you're looking back at history, at the records, and you kind of have this concept developing that these other people didn't know how to live. They just didn't have the capacity of the knowledge they needed to actually have a positive. They didn't know how to live forever. They didn't have the know-how, so they died. It's a great tragedy in many ways. So yeah. There's so many social and ethical issues on this diet I'm developing. It really makes me think. And then of course you'd have all the politicians saying, "Oh God, what are we going to do about the death penalty if we've got this live forever diet? Can we just do it 200 years or something?" I don't know. There's so many laws that would need changing to accommodate such a diet, and just social effects as well. It's a big thing. So I'm quite happy to be a nerdy brains little lounge room computer head for another 20 years at least. At least maybe last night I actually stayed up 35 hours, but actually got 7 hours of comedy from it. So it was invaluable for the laughing. I find that if I laugh after I eat, my food digests. It's like my food's happy. Be happy food, and laughing after eating. Laughing after eating increases digestive capacity and increases your mental alertness and food digestive capacity. It's like therapy to be healthy. Just listen to comedy after eating. It's a good thing. Yeah, I might be a poor artist at the moment, but I've got big ideas for the future. That's for sure. Alright, let's that's enough for me, I think. Oh wait. Just seem to get it right. No. Okay, I'm a bit overtired. My eyes are going fuzzy. I'll just do one more little bit. It's like also religious issues about a longevity diet. If God made up death, it's like as a part of the being's life experience and journey of the soul in the realms that we don't even know about. You know, I don't want to go and say, hey everyone, I figured out how to live forever. And then God come down and say, what about death, dumbass? You know, I don't want to get in trouble about death, and especially to God. That would be rather upsetting. So there's, yeah, it's whatever. Okay, that's enough. Alright, here we go. This is it looks a little bit like him. I'm actually I'm a bit overtired, so it's hard for me to focus. I've been thinking too much. Okay, so yeah, that was good fun. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, just press the like button and the subscribe button, and be happy. So, okay. Oh, that's better. Here we go. Just denote the mountains a little bit. So that's my my super. Yeah, super fine. So